President-elect Trump says he wants changes to America's educational systems.
The Department of Education is one of those systems. According to ABC News, the president-elect wants to eliminate the department altogether. But the Pew Research Center says Americans have mixed views about this idea. Those views are also split down party lines. 64% of Republicans have an unfavorable view of the department. Only 26% of Democrats share that opinion. Emma Withrow spoke with the professor about parents' options.
Republicans have been fed up with the Department of Education for decades because they see it as a symbol of a bloated federal bureaucracy. And according to some recent surveys, the public sentiment's similar. Pew Research found 45% of Americans surveyed don't like the Department of Education. Michael Duke, a student at Fordham University, agrees.
We need an overhaul of the Department of Education, or at least consider different answers and solutions to the problems that we're facing.
Duke's referring to the number of students who aren't meeting proficiency standards, like in math, reading, or science, and says instead they're being educated on other things.
Students in the classroom, whether that be at any level, are facing far-left ideologies and indoctrination, whether that be critical race theory, DEI, or any other sort of ideology that's being pushed by professors or teachers.
Dr. Shannon Taylor, a special ed professor at the University of Nevada, Reno, says there's a general misunderstanding of what the department does.
The Department of Education does not set curriculum. They do not set standards. They do not set teacher licensing. All of those things are done at the state level and the local level.
Taylor says if you're upset with what your student is learning, take it up with your local school board. However, the Federal Department of Education is in charge of making sure students with disabilities aren't discriminated against.
Probably students with disabilities could be the largest impact by abolishing the Department of Education. So the law that supports and protects students with disabilities was first passed in 1975. We have over 7.5 million students with disabilities who are receiving services in schools and are protected by that law. And the Department of Education oversees those services.
For President-elect Donald Trump to actually abolish the Department of Education, he would need congressional approval, but not just from the House. He would also need a supermajority in the Senate, meaning that some Democrats would have to side with Republicans on this issue to actually get it passed. Emma Withrow, the National News Desk.